Hi, I'm Jake with LaGrange County REMC. We're going to talk to you today about something that we've kind of brushed on a little bit before, about sealing doors. In a previous video called air sealing, we actually looked at the seals on a door, and I showed you in that example on how to replace the seals, how to check them to make sure they're tight, and that you're not losing conditioned air to outside airspace. Today we're going to take this in a little bit slightly different direction. We're going to talk about sweeps, and a door sweep is the part on the bottom of the door that stops the airflow from underneath. And as the doors get older, the rubber on the door breaks down and they stop sealing correctly. And this is just a couple different examples of a sweep. It's got small rubber fins that are real flexible, and they just rest right against the sill plate as the door sweeps over to stop airflow. Some things you want to look for to see if your door needs to have any replacement or repair done is to look for daylight around the door. And again, that prior video we had on air sealing will show you how to fix that. If you have no daylight around the door but you're still getting drafts, you can sometimes feel that draft using the back of your hand. It's a very sensitive part of your skin, and just by having a slight draft come through that door, you can feel that on the back of your hand. If you have some kind of draft around the door, you can use a wind indicator and do a slight puff, and you'll see that cloud disperse when the air comes through. If you don't have something fancy like that, you can go buy yourself some simple incense sticks, light the incense stick, and use that cloud that comes off of it around the frame of the door to see if that gets dispersed. And if you do, you have a bad seal. Most of the time, doors leak around the sweep, and that's what we're going to focus on in this video. One is a single U-channel like this one with the flexible seals underneath. And this just slides over a standard 1 3/8 door. And the other one is a two-part seal or sill sweep, which goes like this and interlocks underneath the door with the sweep on the bottom, and then it has fastener slots in the back here's the door. I showed you in the video that there's two different types of seals. One was a two-part sweep or a two-part seal, and it mounts to each side of the door and it snaps together in the middle. The one I'm going to be doing for this demonstration is a single-part channel that just slides over the bottom part of the door, and you can see where the sweep part, which are these fins at the bottom, they're a soft rubber. That material then seals tight to the threshold, which creates, it's not an airtight bond, but that drastically slows down any airflow that comes underneath that door. And as you can see in the photograph that I took earlier, you can see that when I have the light on in the garage, you can see the light underneath that door right at the bottom of that sill. So this is what that installation looks like. This is very straightforward. There's no mechanical fasteners. I don't have to pre-drill the door or tap the door and set screws. This is strictly a compression fit. This is what it looks like. Step one is going to be to measure the door for its width. The door is 32 inches. Side note, I always make my marks on the inside so that you don't leave any kind of marks on the outside that you can see once it's finished. Second thing is, it's very cold outside. It's very cold in the garage. If you leave this vinyl with the rubber material out in the garage and then you try to cut it with something like snips, it will shatter. So this has been inside, it's softened up, it's warmed up, and then that allows me to use something as simple as snips. If you don't have something like this and it's not warm, you can use a hacksaw with a fine-tooth blade, and that'll cut right through that as well. And it looks something like this. It's that simple. Now the next part is we're going to open up the door, and we're going to slide that onto the bottom of the door, and then if we need to, we can adjust this up or down a little bit to get that seal tight to the bottom of the door to the threshold. Sometimes the friction on the door to the sill or the seal is a little tight and you need a little gentle persuasion. So there's two things that come in handy. Something like a dead blow hammer that's got a soft face or a rubber mallet, and then a pry bar, because what you're going to want to do once this is on the door, it has settled down at the bottom. So we want to come under here with the flat bar, and you can see if I put a little pressure on it, it raises it up tight to the bottom of the door. Just like that. And then I want to give this a little bump to drive it back all the way. Like that. We'll make sure that it's seated all the way in. Like that. That should allow the door to close all the way. With a very tight seal down at the bottom. And that's what we want to stop airflow. Looks like we have to turn a little off. As you can see in the video, it's not complicated to replace these sweeps. They're relatively inexpensive. You can buy them at any hardware store for about $10 to $15. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes on average to get these things swapped out. It's not complicated. If you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to call our office at 1-877-463-7165, and we'll do the best we can to help you. Thanks for watching.